Hello, everyone here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 on Alma, Missouri here. What are we doing in the shop, you might ask? Well, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Disconnect the entire planter here. We're going to sell this planter here. Yeah, I'm done with it. One episode, well, two technically. Well, yeah, no, really one. We planned it with it last episode. We bought it the episode before, I guess, technically. So we've had it for like 2 episodes, right? And we are simply going to sell it. I think that's enough of that one. We'll just kind of call that a bit of a loss on that one here. Hopefully not too bad of a loss. 49,000. The other part was 36,000. I don't know how much did we lose on that here. Real quick, I'm always curious about these things. I don't know about you folks, but I am. So yeah, that's 45 and that was 55. So we lost what, about 9,000 on that one, and then yeah, I guess it was about 10,000 on that one. So yeah, about 20,000 total. Yeah, oh well. Anyway, so we are currently at seederless. I know I probably keep calling it a planter. I'm in the game here. It is a seeder. Difference, of course, seeders do our grains and soybeans, stuff like that. The planters do our row crops. So we are currently seederless. No way to plant any sort of grains here at the moment. So we'll have to address that here next spring. But I figure for now on, we're good. We don't need that seeder. What seeder we're going to change to or buy next, I'm not entirely sure, but it won't be that one. Just, yeah, I mean, salesperson definitely did some lying to us on that one. It was supposed to have fertilizer. It does not. And then, well, I guess that was my fault on the no-till. I missed that. I never even thought I wanted to check that. Like, is it no-till? I mean, seeder like that? Of course it's no-till. Yeah, no, of course it's not. So, oh well. Anyway, this episode, we're losing some light here, aren't we? It's starting to get dark. We need to finish fertilizing this field, and then I wanted to run the weeder across it as well. So let's see once here. I don't know what tractor do we got that would be good for a weeder here. Oh, you know what? While I'm over here, let's move you to the next field. I don't know. Can we get across that bridge with this? I think we're just going to run through the ditch here just to be safe. Come on, tractor. And we got a whole bunch of white marshmallows we got to pick up here at some point as well. I did check. They are still grass yet. So, yeah, it'll probably be another day here yet before they are ready to go. Okay. Got you going. Anyone else? We all good on everything else, I think? Just check our field status here real quick a minute. I'm not sure if there's anything else we need to do here right now. Now we're probably good. Oh, John Deere 8R. Or not, no, 8R. I always want to call this an 8R all the time. The non-8R, John Deere 8400. Go on, disconnect. There we go. And where's our weeder? Oh, wait. We're on the weeder. Okay. I'm like, for some reason, I thought this was the cultivator. Nope. This is the weeder right here. Perfect. We'll just take the John Deere 8400 right over there then. Maybe I'll start first with the fertilizer here. At least I make a headland pass, and then we can start the weeder here. And again, as long as we run this here before the weeds come up, it should negate any weeds that might potentially show up. Again, we didn't plow this field, Evans, so this, like I said, should take care of the weeds. Some steering assist to going here. One headland pass, and looks like, what, maybe a dozen up and down passes, and we'll be done on this field. Shouldn't take too long, really. And let's go. See how much we actually got to fertilize this here. Reminder again, we did put manure on this field, Evan. So we kind of have like a base layer of manure. Speaking of base layer of manure here, by the way, I see what happened on this field here. I forgot to check this off camera. I just realized that. Where is our spreader at? I don't see him on the field. Where's the spreader? I guess we better do some tabbing here, everyone. Ah, there he is. Got stuck going through here, huh? That is not a problem I had anticipated. Oh, let's see. Probably want to turn this back on, I'm guessing. I don't know if he'll rehire after this or not. I guess we'll find out. You know what? I might have been too far forward here. Let's back it up here a minute. I'm assuming he's going to want to go down this line because he's supposed to go to the refill silo, which is down that one right there. There we go. Let's try that again. Nope, nope, not that one. Turn them on, I meant. There we go. Yeah, that is the way you wanted to go. I just had him pulled a little bit too far forward there. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's the tractor I need. Back to our spreading or spraying job here. Looks like we are definitely raising the nitrogen here a fair amount on the field here from the looks of it. Again, I kind of mentioned this when we were planting everyone. Wheat takes a fair amount of fertilizer. I don't remember exactly. I'd like to say we're like at 160 or something like that. I know corn, I believe, is up in like closer to the 200s there. There we go. Shuts off as we get to the end. Excellent. Oh, jackknifing. Careful. And then as we cross the line, it turns back on again. And if we go check the map here real quick, I just want to see once here, what are we roughly raising this field here to? Oh, pH. Yeah, I think we're good on the pH, weren't we? Probably should check some of the other fields just to make sure here. Oh, what are we going to? Yeah, looks like I said, about 160 here on a lot of this. Bet you this section here probably goes a little bit higher, doesn't it? Yeah, we're going to get up, what, 180? 200? Closer looks like about 200 is probably more the average, I would say. 180, 200 there. So again, depending on the soil type, it does need to go a little bit higher on that section. A reminder again, by the way, if you're maybe just joining us, we are playing with precision farming here. Excuse me. For those of you who do not play with precision farming, then obviously you're just putting down fertilizer. Just 2 applications of fertilizer and you call it good. Now, in this case, we did actually put down 2 applications of fertilizer. We put down manure first, which raised it. I didn't actually check, what, probably about 80? Probably raised it about 80 or so if I had to guess. And then essentially we need to now double it here with our liquid fertilizer. Or our non-organic fertilizer. Yeah, just checking here. What are we, 80? Yeah, looks like a lot of it is probably in that 80 area. And then there's some 100 in there. Then, of course, there's probably 120 for the darker green there. So, yeah, raised it about 80 to 100. Again, depends on the soil type there. And I'm sure on that soil type there is probably already like slightly high already. As far as I know, I think manure is kind of more of a flat rate increase. And we are working on putting manure down on most of our fields here. I don't know if we'll get them all done here or not. A reminder here again, too, by the way, we are just simply buying the manure, everyone. We don't have any animals in this series. And even if we did have one, would we have enough manure to even do one field? Probably not, if I had to guess. As I've said many, many times, Evan, that's always been kind of one of my complaints here when it comes to doing manure here in these videos. There's just never enough. If you're doing your own animals, there's never enough of it. You know, you fill up that 100,000 liter pool of it and, yeah, spray it out in one go and you're out. Like, okay, well then, now what? Well, once we finish this headland, I figure we could probably get the weeder going here as well while we go up and down the field here. I'll have to double check and make sure he probably starts on the headland there first. And that is a hoe style weeder there, by the way, so I don't know if it actually really matters in this case. We could technically use any weeder hoe that we wanted to, as long as we do it before the weeds come up. That's kind of the important thing when it comes to those. Yeah, we're just going to skip that little pass right there. I don't see any reason to hit that. We're just going to start right back on this line right here. Well, I have to say, I think Giants did a pretty good job with the steering assist here. Don't really have any major complaints with it. I mean, if you were to have maybe like a complaint about the steering assist, everyone, and I know some of you folks have mentioned this as well, it would be nice if maybe we had some manual controls for it sometimes. Sometimes it'd be nice just, hey, set an A-B line and use that. Everything here is kind of pretty much automated. You don't really set anything. It's just go to the field. If you have to change your width, you can. I mean, usually you don't have to, but there is that kind of option, I guess, right? And then, of course, you can manually set angles as well. But we're kind of talking about just, you know, off the field type situation here, or maybe your particular reason why you might want this, everyone, is for like creating a field. Say you're gonna make your own field. Maybe you're on a map, you know, start with nothing type map there, and you're trying to make your own field. Well, if there's no field, guess what? You're not gonna have steering assist available to you. So that's where having like a little bit more of a manual control might come in handy. Use the GPS there to create your first field. Or all the fields for that matter, really, right? Otherwise, your lines on the field end up looking like this right here. Yeah, that's not a straight line, is it? Nope. Oh, yeah, and if you watch our fertilizer application right here, we can actually see how much is getting applied here. It looks like plus 65, plus 60. So, ooh, there's a 70. Oh, current looks, yeah, I'm seeing anywhere from 85 to 100. Oh, there's 110, 105. And all over the place, isn't it? There we go. Okay, let me get out of the way here with the sprayer a minute, then we'll get the weeder going here. And then once we're done with this field oven, we'll probably end up skipping time here a couple times. Trying to think, what else needs to be done here? I believe we have some crops that need to be hauled in. Let me check our time-saving stock check here. No, cheese, we're good. Oats. Yes, we do have some oats we can sell. $157,000 worth of oats. We got some sorghum, and we got some soybeans. So, yeah, those three crops right there. Back here, oats are January, sorghum is January, and soybeans, yeah, that's always usually in the summer there, so that is July for those. Okay, let me hop and over here and switch tractors a minute. Let's get you going. And I'm just going to throw a hired worker on this here for now. I'll let the hired worker take care of them weeds. And not sure where he's going. Probably should have checked that. Make sure he's not starting going up and down here first. Oh, what are you doing there, bud? Where are we at? Yeah, throw the hired worker back on that. Probably would have worked that one. If it wasn't for the fact that he got stuck on the silo system there. And then, of course, when we restarted the episode, he lost his AI settings there as far as driving to fill up and then back to the field. Oh, caught a tree. Ends of the boom are breakaway, right? And for those of you maybe not familiar with sprayers, when we say breakaway, he's going to come right through here, isn't he? He is not starting. Where is he starting here? Work the headlands. Oh. Yeah, work the headlands, yes. But start with up and down. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. And I was telling you folks I should check that. Then I completely forgot. I'm like, it shouldn't matter anyway. Like, why would he start going up and down first? Like, why would that be? Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? Now, when it comes to a job like this, by the way, I feel like you almost have to hire that kind of work done because, well, unless you folks can see a change on the field, I can't see one. So what work is actually getting done? I have no idea. I mean, it's obviously removing the weeds, but we can't see the change. Apparently the hired worker knows what and where and how, though. Just unfortunately, there's nothing visual for me or anyone else that's, doing something like that to actually be able to see what is changing. Anyway, just before I forget here, everyone, there will be no videos from me here next week. I am taking next week off, everyone. So just FYI on that. You turn into your set and you don't see any RDAllen videos. Yep, I am taking the week off, everyone. So you can enjoy your YouTube in peace next week. You don't have to watch me. Oh, no, I don't know. For those you do want to watch, wow, there's plenty of old videos you can check out. Maybe even some old live streams there as well. So, again, as a reminder, everyone, there will be no RDAllen videos here next week. I don't really have the dates handy right off the top of my head here, but like I said, if you're watching this video tomorrow, which is Friday, it should be a Saturday video yet here. I got to figure out what I have and what I can upload and get edited here yet for this weekend. But then after that, yeah. No farming simulator videos next week, Evan. So again, no farming simulator videos next week for me. Then they will, barring any significant issues, Evan, we will resume the week after that. So taking a week off. I was, debating about maybe pre-recording some videos for it. I'm like, you know what? No, we're just gonna take the week off. For those who watch the channel, we pretty much release a farming simulator video every day during the week. When 25 first came out, we did one every single day there for a while. Just 25 was brand new, right? But then, once we got past the brand newness of it. We switched back to doing weekly farming simulator videos. And unless I'm like sick or something like that, everyone, we don't take any breaks. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to take a break. And a big thanks to all those that watch here, by the way. Always appreciated. As a reminder here, too, by the way, if you haven't clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. If you like the video, don't forget to click that thumbs up icon there as well. And if you'd like to join us on our multiplayer servers, you can find our multiplayer server information down below in the description there. Again, anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely and follow them rules. Well, we're making very short work of this field here. We'll have to see. We might even be able to finish it by the end of this episode, which, again, I kind of said this before, but I don't know about you folks. I always kind of like being able to finish a job within an episode's time. Unfortunately, a lot of times the field sizes we have them, we just can't finish the job here within an episode. But this one we might actually be able to, so that's kind of nice. Helps when you're 36 meters wide. And we are spraying, what kind of speed do we have here? I didn't even pay attention. 14 miles an hour? Or spraying at about 14 miles an hour, which I would say is pretty reasonable speed here for this field with a tow-behind sprayer. I mean, if you look at how the field is finished here, I would say we got ourselves a pretty level, smooth field. Now, we are tow-behind. But that doesn't necessarily mean we can't, speed right along here. A reminder again, by the way, I'm using the mod that allows us to adjust the working speed here of the equipment. This thing here by default was set at 7 bloody miles an hour. Yeah, don't even get me started on that. I mean, don't even get me started. So we'll leave it at that. But there is fortunately a mod that allows us to adjust that. We can turn it up or down, and it works pretty much like all equipment as far as I know. Like this planter here, if you want to crank it up, you can. Now, 7 miles per hour on this planter, what I would say is just pretty quick. That's probably, in my opinion, probably the upper limit of what you would want to go with that planter. 14 miles an hour here, though, is not maybe necessarily the upper limit of what you'd want to go with this sprayer. And it's going to depend on what you're doing, how much you're spraying, your field conditions. If you have optimal field conditions and you're not putting out a whole lot of spray, yeah, you could probably go faster. Now, if you're putting out a lot of spray, well, then you might have to go slower, even if the soil condition is excellent. Like, you got optimal soil condition, you're not bouncing out of your seat. And you folks want to talk about bouncing out of your seat, for those of you who have ever worked a plowed field before. And when I say plowed, I'm talking mold bore plowed type field. Like, oh my goodness, those fields are rough. Chisel plow isn't much better either, by the way. But I would argue a chisel plowed field is probably a little better than a mold bore plowed field. It's maybe going to depend a little bit on what kind of soil type you have. But at least around where I live, everyone, we farm rock. And when I say rock, it's also known as clay, but I would say the consistency of the clay is more akin to that of rock. I always like to tell this story, and it's probably been a while since I've told it here on a video. Tell it on the live stream every so often here, but for those who don't believe that we have the hardest ground in the known area here, my parents had a new well drilled here many years ago. The first well driller actually had to give up. The ground was so hard. It was the hardest ground he had seen in I forget if it was 30 or 40. In his 30 or 40 years of well drilling, he was an older gentleman, getting close to pretty much retiring. That came to drill the well. And I believe per him, it was the hardest ground he'd ever seen in all his years of well drilling. So hard, in fact, they gave up. And that was after a week and a half of attempting to drill the well, by the way, too. So probably should throw that in there. Or maybe it was 2 weeks? Week and a half, 2 weeks, somewhere in there, one? Something like that. They attempted to drill that well, and no dice. No dice. Oh, and I seen the message, the hired workers out of, I'm assuming that's probably the one that's on the manure spreader there. I should probably go investigate that here a minute. We got one more pass. No, is it 2 more passes? Maybe there's 2 more passes here. It must be 2 more. Maybe we'll see if we can just finish this here a minute. We'll go check. Wonder if, can I see from the map here what's going on? I think he's going to fill up here again. Let me I know I said we were going to keep going. He's stuck here again. I don't know what to do about that. That's kind of unfortunate, everyone. Yeah, bummer. Like this, I think this would work, everyone. See if I need to get in the tractor. Can I get in the tractor? Oh, well, that works too. Perfect. Yeah, unfortunately, I think when I turn him off and turn him back on like that, I think that probably resets what he's doing as far as the hired worker is concerned. I guess we'll find out. Not sure what I can do about that, though, unfortunately. I wonder if the map object hider mod, I wonder if I can remove the collision from that. I don't remember if that's an option here in Farming Simulator 25 or not. Back in Farming Simulator 22, having the map object hider mod had a really nice feature where it would let you remove the collision but leave the visual part of the object still there. So if it lets me do that, I could remove the collision on the silo system there. And I'm not sure if it would let me do just that element, if I have to remove like the collision for the entire silo, because that is probably some sort of placeable there if I had to guess. So that might make things a little messy, but might be worth investigating here. Let's see. Let's go check our controls here, because I don't know if there's a control for it. I think you had to like set the control. Let's see if we can find this here a minute. Auto drive. Not that. Click to switch. Course play. Cultivator. Drop. Nope. Fast night. Lumberjack. Map object. There we go. Remove collision. Yes. Remove collision only. What can I set this to? Can I try G? We'll find out. Oh. You know what? I was probably supposed to say that, wasn't I? Let's go back here real quick. Oh, where's our map object hider here? Map object, there we go. G. Okay, and save controls. I think G should be safe, I think, right? Because map object hider works outside of vehicles, like you can't use it inside of a vehicle like this, I don't think. So, obviously in a vehicle, the G lets you cycle between your different implements that are attached. Oh, and before I forget, we finished the field. Yay. Always nice when you can finish that. And maybe we'll even see if we can put the sprayer away here. Which normally I actually do. I don't think I did this time. Normally I put the sprayer in the far shed over there. Apparently when I used it last time, I think I just left it over in this little pad here. There used to be a building here, I believe, right? I don't remember what it was again. There used to be a couple buildings over here. We've gotten rid of some of them. All of them. Various animal buildings here that are no longer there. Like I said, I'm not doing any animals on this map, so... Okay, let's park this in the shed. Actually, I might not want to go too far with this, because I would like to fertilize our hayfield here again. Not sure how much of a difference that makes, but in real life you would fertilize your hayfield, so... Yeah, looks like it's pretty good. Okay, let's run over to our silo system. I want to see if we can hide the, or remove the collision here real quick. Again, with this being, I'm guessing some sort of placeable, that might mess with it here a little bit. And then I don't have to worry about the spreader coming through here. No. That did not work. I want to just remove the collision. Bummer. Looks like that's... Okay, so that's... that unfortunately is not going to be an option, everyone. I wonder if there's like some sort of way to make this like a restricted course and I can have like... He can go around the other way or something. I'll have to look into that, everyone. But for now, we better wrap it up here for this episode. And a reminder here again, everyone... There will be no episodes here next week. We'll be picking up here again the following week. So again, everyone, thanks for watching. You folks have a good one. Have a great week as well. And I will see you folks here again the following week. So thanks for watching. Till next time.